We do what we say on the tin, really. We have office, i.e. co-working space, and a creche. Although it's not really a creche, it's a fully registered Ofsted nursery. So it's not a ball pit. It's an amazing nursery with a full-time staff who look after your children, while you are either working in the co-working upstairs, the beautiful stylish members space, or you're off doing another job at another point, or maybe you're just taking a little bit of time for yourself.
I think the whole issue of guilt is a huge one when returning to work, particularly for mothers. I really think the fact that the kids are in the same building eases guilt with parents. It's a funny one. You wouldn't normally mention guilt in any kind of marketing material. I talked about it to my brother, and he said, do not mention guilt on the flyer, don't do that. But for me, our mission is to juggle work and family life for families while minimising guilt. It's still a mother draws the main load of childcare. Politically correct or not, that is the way it is. I think it's to do with you've borne them for 9 months in your body, so you are basically pretty used to them. You're the one who really knows your child best. You are the one who's the most important in your child's life. And, that, to be honest, will probably be always true, you and your partner. But it's a lot, having seen a lot of children go through Officreche, I know that the most well-adjusted children are the ones who have other people who are important in their lives and who can go off to them and be happy there. So if my best friend said to me, I want to go back to work, but I feel really guilty about it, leaving my baby, I think if I was a mother already, I would say to her, okay, to be honest, love, you're going to have to get used to it. This guilt does come and go, and it's very hard to escape. I don't think you should feel guilty, but unfortunately you will at times. The best way to do it is to try and manage that guilt and to make sure that why you should go back to work is to make sure that you set a positive role model for your child. I think that's incredibly important for both genders of child, that they see that their mother can return to work and can juggle home life and work and be happy with it. Not always, but that's life as well. I think you shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to take some time for yourself. Our children are amazing. I like to say that looking after my children, I'm not going to talk about anyone else's, is relentless joy. They are wonderful, but they take a huge amount of energy, because what you're giving your child by passing them over to is a really broad range of society. That's what our society is. There's a massive mix of cultures and languages and ages. If your child can get that and get used to that variety early on, you're going to set them up pretty well for life. So if my best mate was saying I feel guilty about leaving my child with anybody else, I'd be like, well, I think you're setting them up to have a good range of independent societal skills.